Okay, guys, how are you guys doing? This really is not breaking news, but I just didn't feel like doing a video, so
Is it a major Supreme Court decision?
it's not a 6-3 decision. No. What it is that the ATF is asking the 3D printing community to prevent the printing of firearm parts via AI. Not the community, but the industry. So what they are asking, and they're using it as, hey, Yankee Boogles are everywhere.
Fudge, really? Where do I get one?
Yeah. So they are asking all the 3D printing companies to use AI and to work together with them to prevent the printing of firearm parts.
So there was a fork of I forget which slicer, and basically they just ran like a text search to see if you were printing a popular firearm frame that was an STL file they knew of, and they caused errors in it.
FCG9?
Yeah, it would just look for known STL files that you were going to slice and introduce errors so you couldn't print them correctly.
That's one of the things that they mentioned was the FCG9.
Well,
but apparently
apparently
it's not against the Constitution because it's voluntary.
Okay.
Just like voluntarily.
So the reason.
Sorry, I said just like voluntary.
The FGC9.
Go ahead.
Go, John. Go. All right. So the FGC9. The reason the FGC9 is so bad is because there are actually no firearm parts, or you can print a version of the FGC9. And, for those of you that are sci-fi fans, it's Frel Gun Control 9. So the FGC9, you can even electrochemically etch the lands in the barrel. So the rifling in the barrel, you can electrochemically etch, or ECM, whatever they call it. But you can print everything. And I wanted to do one just because it's cool AF to be able to completely manufacture a firearm that has 0 firearm parts, only hardware store parts in it. And so if you are in one of those commie states of the 50 or 57, depending on what president you like, in this country, you could be in a state where you can only get a 3D printer and go to the hardware store and buy enough parts that are not firearms parts and build a pew.
Yeah, one of the things is that they're saying this is voluntarily, so where that doesn't violate anyone's rights, just like social media companies voluntarily block people's speech. Now, this is my question to you, Rich. Do you think, since a lot of the 3D printing companies are Chinese, Creality, Bamboo, do you think they'll go along with this? Or do you think that they will go along with it because they don't want to be banned, kind of like the House voted on DJI yesterday?
So, I'm really not sure on that because a lot of the software out there is open source. So F you, throw it in there. I'll take it out.
Yeah, but how about like stuff like a Bamboo Labs that calls up to the
Yeah,
cloud?
the Bamboo Labs gives me a little bit of pause for concern because this is one of those things. The Bamboo Labs is a complete ecosystem, and it is the Apple paradigm of 3D printing. You don't have to know anything. You literally can just push print and go. You can know zero with a bamboo. And legit, I did a video live stream from unboxing to first print is 20 minutes. Like from getting a box cutter to open up the printer.
No, we're gonna have to go back to
So
rip wrap. I mean, like rip wraps and stuff.
and that may be the case because there's ways to get around it unless they bake it into the OS on the Bamboo. And so the Bamboo is the first printer that I own. I've owned more than 3 different models of printers or brands of printers, and this is the first one that is not open source.
Yeah.
So that
I just want to say, Blake asked, can you can print offline from an SD card, right? With
yes,
the Bamboo? Yes, but if they bake something into the firmware,
yeah, yeah. If and look, when the Ender printers that I have, Ender 3, Ender 7, the ANET A8, they were dumb printers. They don't know anything for the most part.
right now
Now
they don't have a way.
you can add.
I just want to say, right now they don't have a Rich is frozen up, but right now they don't have a way to do this, but doesn't mean that they won't work on it.
Yeah, this is something that we've seen this rear its head in the past, and we all laughed because prior to the Bamboo, there was no practical way to stop. But yeah, here's the other thing. I think it's convenience and simplicity. Let's roll back to going to a rock concert in the 80s. They were patting you down and making sure you didn't have a recording device, so you didn't sell pirated copies of the audio from the concert. Well, now you're running around with something like this. You got video, audio, all that,
Yeah,
and
but
nobody cares because
everything's subscription based now. You don't
right,
actually
right.
own the music.
Right, but I'm just saying, look at the Uber model. That Uber is basically illegal, or was basically an illegal taxi service, and just everybody did it, and then they made it legal. And so there's 2 routes of pursuing this. One, everybody just print crap that's illegal, or 2, just make sure you're smart enough, you're ahead of the
Well,
technology that you can do whatever you want.
it won't per se be illegal. It's just that
You mean like me and I just got dinged on this firing fully automatic in a video on YouTube. It's not per se illegal, but they'll limit the audience dramatically.
yeah, it's like navigation on an airplane. It's just discouraged.
It's just considered rude.
That's from I don't know if you've ever seen The Hangover. It's not illegal. It's just discouraged.
Yeah. That wasn't one of the lines I've memorized from The Hangover, but it seemed to resonate with you, John.
I just thought it was kind of funny. I was like, yeah, I'm
Now,
pretty sure it's
so
legal.
my airplane, I asked a buddy of mine that has a plane similar to mine. I'm like, hey, have you been able to, because just the seating position in my airplane, are you able to join the Mile High Club in the plane? He's like, oh yeah, but I was all alone. I'm like, well, okay, TMI.
All right, now we're getting off this. But yeah, so this is something that we have to be aware of. We have to be aware that they're going to be pushing this, and they're using Glock switches and Yankee Boogles as the excuse why the 3D printing companies have to do that.
So wait. Help me out. 4473 is supposed to prevent guns from getting in the hands of bad guys. So you're telling me the guns are getting in the hands of the bad guys, and now they're modifying the gun to fire full auto. And how is that supposed to F with my 3D printing?
Because they're using the excuse of what they call MCDs, machine gun conversion devices, Glock switches, and Yankee Boogles that are made on the
MVEs get MCDs is what you're telling me?
yeah. So they're trying to use that as an excuse to go after 3D printing of firearm parts.
But I could grab some hardwood and a frickin' pocket knife.
Yeah, but it
And
doesn't
make a
matter.
switch.
That's not what that's an excuse, Rich.
Right.
That's
also, I think they should want guys to thug it out with full auto firearms because they're less controllable.
yeah. Well,
Less people will get injured.
their whole thing is we're returning to the age of Tommy guns and mafia wars.
How about we raise our kids with morals in a future as opposed to the opposite, and they won't thug it out in the street?
Well, there you go.
Break out! And I would exercise freedom and show a frag out firearm that's inches away from me, but YouTube.
You usually would do that anyway and
Was
get us
encouraged
banned again and get us suspended
not to.
again. So don't do that.
So are you saying because why don't they just ban wish.com or Temu?
Yeah, I think what they're going to try to do is what I think they're trying to do is just use this as an excuse, the machine gun conversion devices as an excuse to try to ban 3D printing of gun parts, and they're going to try to put a lot of pressure because remember, they're saying this is it's going to be volunteer. We're going to ask to work with the 3D industry,
Well,
3D industry.
Didn't this originally come out? Didn't this originally come out in New York? That the New York task force to curb ghost guns, that they were requesting. They were they were monitoring people ordering.
No. That wasn't it happened in New York, but it was Homeland Security that was getting the files every 2 months and supplying them to whatever states wanted them.
So mind you, I don't 3D print guns. I 3D print cluster racks for single board computers.
I'm working on a
guns.
VTOL right now. A VTOL drone.
Oh, cool!
I saw you like it on Facebook.
So fixed wing.
Yeah, I saw you like the post on Instagram of
I don't even know which one
of the model.
Oh, okay, the one where they're selling the CAD for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there you probably can find one where you don't have to buy the CAD.
Yeah, I like that one though.
And Jason King, ATF is despotic. It reminds me of Atlas Shrugged. Woo! Right.
Yep. All right, that is it. Let's. You know what? Let's do this. We haven't done this in a while. Should we?
What are we going to do? Open up the phone lines and let people call in?
If anybody wants to call in, you can call in. If not, we'll just go.
So it's 844 yo or 844-278-6790. Who is John Galt?
I still like the Fountainhead better. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't think this is anything that's going to happen. Um, but I have been working behind the scenes to try to prevent this with certain people that have a lot of influence on a certain hill.
Hmm. So you've been educating these people? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Hmm.
I'm not going to say what hill that might be in DC.
Anita?
No, not Anita Hill.
Is that bad? I shouldn't make that joke.
Also, a certain presidential candidate. Well, people in his sphere, I should say.
Hmm. So nobody's calling 844 Crump Yo?
It's
Wow.
not Crumpy Yo. People probably dial Crumpy Yo and it doesn't get through because it's 0.
Oh, it's because I thought that was so cool. It's Crump Yo.
No, 0. Because a Y is an O is a 6.
Oh, that's confusing.
That's why I keep on saying don't use Yo.
Yeah, don't dial Crump Yo.
People have.
I feel like Alec Baldwin when he goes on the radio show and he's like, "Well, we're waiting for people to call in," and I think Sean Hannity called in.
Yeah, well, whatever.
So, Crumpy, what's going on this Friday? What are you up to?
Just doing this. I gotta read an article. I got a headache, so I'm gonna relax a little bit before I read my article. You got some shooting tomorrow.
You taking your son for his merit badge?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Going to XCal.
Mm-hmm.
You should team up with Dark. He's got his daughter, and you guys can all go shoot at XCal.
Yeah. Going shooting, swimming, and golfing. And soccer.
Is there a pool at XCal or?
No, we're going to another place, an indoor pool.
And Tuck Byron says somebody call.
Yeah, it's like the golf, shooting, and swimming of all merit badge related.
Oh, cool, cool. And Top Golf is right next to XCal.
Yeah, we're not going there though. We're going
They
to
share a parking lot.
an actual golf course.
So we got Kurt24 in the chat here.
Yeah.
And while we're during this break in action, I just want to announce that Definition Knives will be coming to you soon.
Sunday, right? Or Monday?
Sunday. Well, no, nobody knows. Some Sunday. I didn't say which Sunday. It's kind of like Keltec saying, that firearm will be available in the third quarter, but they didn't tell you what year. Yeah, Definition Knives will be available Sunday. Not
Or
this
the
Sunday,
PR
but
trigger
some Sunday.
in June.
Where's my empty box? Did I clean my desk? Yeah.
All
I
right,
don't have the.
we're gonna get out of here so I can rest up so I can actually get this article knocked out. But it's definitely interesting. I just had a headache, so I didn't want to do like a video because I didn't
Ooh,
want to sit there
and
and edit.
there is some company that might be known Economy Equine. That what day is it, Crump?
The 13th.
Gives you that much percent off if you go there, and you could use a code that looks like looks like that, and that might stack and get you extra stuff off.
Oh, do you know today is assault weapons day? Happy assault weapons day.
I have tristidecophobia, so I'm just going to stay home.
You know what? Today is the day that in 2004, 20 years ago, the assault weapons ban expired.
Oh, no way! I remember that.
Yep.
I
September
remember
13th,
where I was when it happened.
2004.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, I know a guy that bought a
But
bunch.
yeah, you could go to some economy equine site, save some percentage today, whatever calendar day it is of a Friday, and add the code that right there, and you might get more off.
Yeah, CDNN, they actually have a good deal on a Bushmaster upper, complete upper.
Yeah.
I'm not, maybe I'm not sponsored by anything, but it's a Bushmaster complete upper, and it was like I saw it yesterday. I sent it to you guys. It
I don't
was
think you can say the price. I think if you say the price, that's bad.
okay. Well, it's sub $200.
Or we could say crumpy bucks. We could just do it in crumpy bucks.
Yeah, 179 crumpy bucks is what it was.
Hmm.
$5. Posted on X earlier. Defense distributed was contacted with. No, it wasn't defense distributed. It was defense. It was covert arms, but uh, I don't know if that's true or not. There's there's some inconsistencies in the letter. I'm
Are
looking
you
into
are
that
you
now. I'm not
talking
saying
about this invisibility?
yeah, there's uh, it doesn't mean that they can't sell it. For one thing, even if it's real, it's just they can't. People how they made it, but I'm not even sure that it. I can go into it, I guess. Um, I'm not saying that it's either someone there screwed up because if you look at, I went to a patent office lawyer who writes these things, and he says it's missing 4 lines that should have been at the top. Um, so I mean, I don't know. It might be true, but even if that's the case, they must have misread the letter because if you look up the code, all that code does is say you can't disclose the patent information. You can still sell the stuff. You just can't disclose the patent information.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm still researching. That's why I haven't reported on it, just because there's some inconsistencies in the letter, but who knows? Maybe someone there screwed up. But from what I'm being told, it's a template. So someone would have to screw up the template. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not sure. So I'm not reporting on it until other than what I just said. I'm not going with it that it's legit or anything quite yet until there's some still researching, but there's some definite red flags with the letter. But like I said, that could be somebody at there could have screwed up the template because it doesn't match the template that is supposed to be modeled after. It's close, but it's not the same. And also, it shouldn't prevent them from selling. It should prevent them from disclosing the patent if it's legit, but I don't know yet. So we'll see. Basically, what I'm saying is I don't have enough information to verify it or not to verify it. And I don't like to go ahead and, you know, put my name out there, say, oh, yeah, this is definitely 100% legit, or say this is definitely 100% not legit if, if I'm not sure yet.
Gotcha.
So we will
Well,
see what exactly happens.
well, okay then. And Crump, there any Florida news that you covered this week that you want to talk about? Or
Uh, I haven't looked up that. I can look up. I can look it up right now. Actually, see if
And it's not a 6-3 Supreme Court decision. It's state of Florida news. So
yeah. Let me see if I got anything. If they submitted anything. I haven't. Let me go ahead and log in here.
so next week I'm going to be going to the Cyber Truck Fest in Ocala, Florida, in chillin with the wonderful Hank Strange and Lola Strange, and one of my neighbors who's got a wrapped cyber truck.
You going to
But
California?
he's I was good. No. It's in Ocala.
I think you say Ocala,
It's like
California. I don't know why.
no, Florida, Florida.
Okay. Well,
I see FGM in the chat. How's it going, man?
here's the thing, though. With everything that's going on, there's a lot going on right now, and I'm trying to pull this up. I mean, I figured you would know before I did.
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about it.
All right.
That's
So
why I'm coaching you to talk about it, because I'm not allowed to talk about Florida things.
I can look and find it before.
So yeah, I'm going to be hanging out with Hank at Cyberfest or something like that in Ocala, and one of my neighbors in town here. So all of the cyber trucks are getting together over at the Hard Rock, and there's going to be a light show and whatever. So since I'm a certified licensed drone pilot, I'm going to be doing drone footage that can be used on the internet.
Oh, by the way, next month I'm going to be down in Myrtle Beach for like a day. So like a single day. Oh, actually, I might fly down and fly back up the same day.
You know, what's going on?
Doing a podcast down there. Stay tuned for that.
David Robertson, I bought a 3D printer in 2021 purely out of spite. That's why I own a 50 BMG, because they don't want you to have one. And what do I do when they don't want you to say it, have it, or do it?
Buy 30 of them.
Do it twice at least. But that's kind of a fair investment. I probably ought to get another one.
I think
So
you can buy
nice.
30 of them.
I did it twice. Oh, 30 of them. Yes, I forgot. Crump bought 30 bar keeps in one day from 4 or 5 different FFLs, and then wired his house for cameras and sound for when the ATF was going to knock on his door.
I was disappointed. It never came.
Well, I want to know what's going on in the ATF, because I'm sure this came across some agent's desk and he was like jumping up and down, yelling, screaming, I got one, I got somebody, runs to his supervisor, and the supervisor, good work, good work. Wait a second. John Crump? He's like, go back to your desk, don't ever talk about this again.
For some reason I can't get into Pacer. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm trying to reset my password and it keeps on telling me that
the ATF cut off your password.
no, no, every time I try to reset it, it's saying that it's
Crumpy, I'm a little disappointed in you that you weren't the first civilian to walk in space.
Nope. Not me. No, I would have loved that. Would have done it. Why not? Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess that's it. Let me just try on this other browser. Then if not, then I have to try to figure out what the hell is going on. Why I can't log in? Keep on giving me an error.
Crumpy broke the internet again.
Hey man, I've only turned off the internet to one city one time.
In my career, I took a rental car company offline in Europe.
I took the whole entire US West network offline in Illinois. That was a mistake. But you know, just what it is. Sometimes you screw up, right?
So, Wiretite was commenting that the astronauts looked like mannequins. Yeah, but a lot about that is every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and the idea is not to move in space too much.
Yeah.
It's called physics or science, if you just want to be simple about it.
All right, I'm in. Hold on, guys. Let me just pull this up.
Well, yeah, you can block the bamboo from phoning home. I would do it on my network. There is a way to do it direct from computer to bamboo locally. I haven't even done that. I hate to say it as much as I'm security minded, but that's just one thing I haven't done. And I probably should consider it because I don't need to give all my firearm designs to China to 3D print. ADXR 920 picked up a P1S, dude. Have you printed yet? It's like it is the ish. It is. I really need like a code, an affiliate link for Bamboo because I pimp the living f out of them. And so Night Strike, I was helping out with something, and he got the Ender Ender competitor to the Bamboo, which I probably wouldn't even call it. Dude, look at Kurt, what a baller! Thinking about getting a third AMS.
Yeah, I have Rich's AMS in the other room.
Yeah, Crump's got a box of stuff he needs to send.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send you some stuff this weekend. I actually bought a box. Send it to you. Just haven't came yet.
So Keltec PMR 30, and it's KEL-TECH. They're in Cocoa Beach, Florida. PMR 30 school, CMR 30 school actually have one. 22 Win Mag is okay. Yeah, it's the CMR 30, which I have, I think is cool. You know, as far as 22 goes, that 22 Win Mag's the most expensive 22 rounds, but whatever. You know, it's 22. It's fun. It's a fun gun. You know, it's not a go to war gun or anything like that. Any kind of rimmed cartridge I wouldn't trust. But yeah, it's definitely, you want to plink and have fun with it, suppressed, whatever. All good stuff.
All right, give me 1 second here. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. P. Walker, how many of the people who bought a Bamboo Labs for its simple OS, or just interface, I would say, are going to go through the headache of installing a custom OS on their $1,000 3D printer? Fudge, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, in fact, Rayman, or FGM as we call him, is trying to get the 3D printer community censor itself. Good effing luck. Now, hey, that's us, the 3D printers, but yeah, the manufacturers might, feel some heat. So, yeah, so some companies are building super large form factor printers, which is kind of nuts. But which is great. I've seen car channels on YouTube doing printing body parts, which I think is stupid cool. There's one guy who's printing in England. He's printing like intake manifolds and stuff like that. Wonder if either one of you could point me to where I could download a decent Glock 21 frame. Dude, thank you for the $5, but I am
We're
not
not
going
allowed
to
to
point
do that.
anybody to anything because
That would break YouTube's terms of service, but I don't know, man. There's like tons of catalog places
if
that you can. I
yeah,
mean, you know,
catalog,
what did I say?
catalog,
Oh, catalog. Sorry.
catalog.
Whoops.
Let's see. And Sabar is so actually I sold one of my Ender 3s. I've got my ANET. I've got an Ender 7, which is the redheaded stepchild of Ender 3D printers. I think they had it and then disowned it. All right, and dude, you're right. And when it says no user serviceable parts inside, I'm like, you haven't met this user. A lot of enthusiasts wouldn't, and you're 100% right. That's like I never understood an iPod. I want to Samba mount, drag and drop. I never understood the sync. Like if I delete it here, it deletes it there, but I didn't want to delete it there, and now it's gone. Oh well. Yeah, you're right. I am not your typical user.
All right, let's see if there's anything new in the Gun Owners of America versus Pearson case. I'm gonna put. All right, it looks like the sheriff has now responded.
Oh, the sheriff has responded to the Florida open carry
Yeah.
lawsuit. Oh, okay. Last I knew, he didn't.
Yeah.
Or you know what? That's when Kamala in where Tampon Tim said they own guns. Yeah, what gun? When was the last time you fired it? What caliber is it? Tell me. What state do you have it in? In California? Because Kamalama is from California. Yeah, all that. And if you smell something, it could be BS. So
so basically the motion to vacate the default judgment has been issued, and it looks like let's see here. It looks like GOA has until the 24th. The responses are due by the 24th of this month.
So GOA filed a lawsuit for open carry. Florida government attorney general and the sheriff in St. Lucie County failed to answer, and there was a default judgment entered. Now, what possibly could that mean?
It can mean a lot of different things. It can mean that it can mean nothing. It can mean something. We'll see what happens. But we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will talk to you guys later. Oh, all right. So hold on.
Allegedly.
There you go. And we're out of here. See you at the bar. And everyone else out there, thank you for watching. It's not a boring chat. How dare you?